Markram smashes South Africa to big first ODI victory after England collapse. England 131. South Africa 137-3. SA win by 7 wickets. Markram smashes South Africa to big first ODI victory after England collapse. England 131. South Africa 137-3. SA win by 7 wickets. Sonny Baker endures nightmare debut with ball. Simon Burnton at Headingley. Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025, 12.37 EDT. Share. They say that if you fail to prepare, you should prepare to fail. And it turns out that is what England were doing across the 2 understaffed days of training with which they launched themselves into this series. They proceeded to get bowled out for 131 in 24.3 overs, losing their last 7 wickets for just 29 runs, before Aiden Markram humbled their bowlers and propelling South Africa towards victory by 7 wickets, sealed with 175 balls to spare. A week ahead of this match, Temba Bavuma's team were in the middle of a convoluted, lengthy journey from Queensland to Yorkshire via Sydney, Singapore, and London. But it was England who looked jet-lagged by the less long-distance, but more recent whiplash turnaround from the 100, in which several squad members, if only 2 of those selected for this series opener, were engaged 48 hours earlier. In their absence, the team's first training session on Sunday was attended by just a handful of players. Their second on Monday had less than 2/3 of the squad present, and the outcome was a powder puff display against match-honed and whip-smart opponents. Until they lost 2 wickets in 2 balls with the scores tied, and the die cast the tourist performance had been as blemish-free as England's was error-strewn. England's collapse was hastened by some excellent fielding, with outstanding catches from Corbin Bosch to dismiss Jamie Smith, who later produced a superb grab of his own to dismiss Markram for 86. And from Markram himself, diving to his left at slip to account for Jofra Archer, as well as an excellent throw from Tristan Stubbs. One half-hearted bit of fielding on the boundary from Lungi Njiti, who wafted his foot at a ball he would easily have stopped with a dive, was as close as they came to imperfection, though Tony de Zorzi, who limped from the field after injuring himself in a vain attempt to keep a Smith drive away from the rope, may have regretted not taking a similar approach. The ICC's rankings make Keshav Maharaj officially the best bowler in the world in this format, and the spinner bewitched England across 33 deliveries that brought 4 wickets and the home side to their knees. On a pitch that offered no demons and an outfield that gave no encouragement to chasing fielders, a superficially strong side folded feebly. There had been much talk in the build-up to the series about the impact changes to the 2-ball rule in ODIs. This was the first time England had played since their introduction, might have on the latter stages of the innings. The new rule allows the fielding side to choose one of the 2 balls in use for the first 34 overs to stick with for the last 16, meaning that by the end whichever is chosen is more likely to be scuffed enough to assist the bowlers in the production of reverse swing. Brookside found a cast-iron way of negating that novelty by the simple expedient of ensuring that neither innings lasted long enough for it to take effect. England's efforts started badly, with Ben Duckett caught behind in the 3rd over having scored just 5, and improved only moderately from there before nosediving theatrically once Maharaj was introduced. Only 4 players reached double figures, and Smith alone managed more than 15, top scoring with 54. But it was the opener who precipitated the collapse when, having reached his half-century from 46 balls, carefully laying the groundwork for a potentially match-defining contribution, he got out almost immediately. That took England's score to 102 for 4, and their partnerships from their contributed 5, 10, 2, nothing, 12, and nothing. The selection of Sonny Baker added some interest to South Africa's inevitable procession, though opening the bowling in defense of such a humble total might be the harshest of all possible debut assignments. His first 4 overs duly went for 56, with Markram alone scoring 45 of them, though he improved in returning for 3 more after a change of ends. Archer thought he had Ryan Rickelton caught at slip off his 5th ball. It bounced just before reaching Joe Root, and actually did trap him LBW off his 6th, but England failed to review the on-field decision. It was just one of many failures.
way to finish the most comprehensive victory for South Africa.